have you here. Look, if you're the first time coming, I'm only on YouTube, and if you see my face anywhere else, holler back here and let me know, because I am, in fact, only on YouTube. You should not be seen on Facebook or Instagram or anything. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new, well, you want to join the chat room to visit, you hit that subscribe button. And subscribe anyway. Make sure you hit that notification button so you know when new shows are coming up. We're going to start off with the rune stones today. I'm so glad you're here. You look great. You smell amazing from here. I'm just glad that you could be here. Let's see. We're going to start off with double emphasis on, what is this starting out with? Is transportation and change. There is change coming in and coming in quickly. A change in team members due to loyalty and trust. Now, this may be due to a breach of trust, a breach of, somebody's got a cat. This might be a breach of trust among friends. Now enemies, just some disagreement, something changed in the social order. The dynamic of your friend group changed just about the time you were about to go into some kind of, yeah, that is the, maybe you were going to move in together. There's some project here. I started to read out a business venture, but I don't actually have the stone for that. I don't know where that came from. Again, travel, journey, evolution. There's some of you, this might be about changing up housemates. I'm sort of detecting that there is a boyfriend changing places, or a girlfriend changing places, some kind of not marriageable partnership that moved in that's now moving out. That's the end of a relationship and the beginning of your union with a friend, or that your friend is moving in, so you're making your girlfriend or boyfriend move out. Yeah, there's a need here for self-reliance, endurance, and survival. So somebody's coming up short on cash, and you're having to double up. This is going to bring a year of fruitful harvest and prosperity for you. This is going to, obviously going to be saving you some cash. There's an awakening here about embarking on an enterprise here, and this is this union here with this friend. The sharing of financial responsibilities here. Yeah, this is really screaming roommates. It's not without conflict. It's not without some defensiveness. There is thorn, a reactive force. This is this third wheel. And let's see. The wrath of nature, uncontrolled forces. Yeah, this is giving like the romantic partner is being butthurt because it's bros before hoes kind of thing. Yeah, relationship sacrifice, partnerships, contracts on the other end of it. It started out with relationships here. And we're going to roll this up with, it's a success. This is a realized goals, and goals being realized. You're going to be able to achieve some, you're going to be able to get your feet up underneath you with this. Like it said, this coming year, this is going to be a good move for you. Thank you for the like. Hey, if you are, some of you have been asking, how can I get a personal read? Well, monetizing this channel takes just the amount of time that you spend welcoming me into your space there, and just like literally the amount of time you're clocking on my channel is what gets me closer and closer to that stage where YouTube will start letting me create memberships and monetizing the site, so we can do things a little simpler. For right now, if you want to make a donation to the channel, you can do it through my Venmo account at Angel Radio Tarot. It's Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. Okay, we're just going to make our way through the cards here. We've got a couple of different stacks. We'll just get a nice cross read. We'll get a general tarot read here and get a narrative going. See what's going on the broadcast here. Starting out with the Ace of Pentacles. And then we'll go into some more abstract introspection with the vocabularium. And then we'll overlay that with some keywords from the Somnambulist deck. And then we'll go from there right into some internal intuitive oracle cards, and you're rounding it out with the round deck of archetypes. And welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Hit that notification bell so you can see when the next shows are coming up, next broadcasts. And let's see, another way to get a personal read until the site is monetized is to be the first commenter with your question. Now comment with your question. Many of you comment and are the first commenter, and there's so many of you now I can't chase you down and say, hey, what was your question? So if you are the first commenter there, include your question, and I will return to you a free 15-minute personal pre-recorded read. It's a YouTube link. I'll never send you outside of YouTube unless it's to go to that Venmo. And it'll be your answer a couple of days from now. I know I've got one of you there has got a question for me I haven't responded to just yet. Let's see. We're coming in with the Emperor down, 6 of Pentacles down, 7 of Pentacles up. Ace of Pentacles is on the center of the board here. And boy, wow, the real downturned energy otherwise. What's going on here? This is a general reading today. So hi, Cherie in Las Vegas. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, that was a big package. Now, this is a general read. Some of this may apply to you. If not, I'll take what applies and leave the rest for someone else to in tune to. And here we go. Yeah. Getting a personal read right now looks like a $20 donation to this Venmo account, Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. With your question here, you can let me know when we do that, and then I will return with the YouTube link. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you know whenever I've responded to your comments. Oh, I'm so glad you were able to make it, Sherry. I was just in Las Vegas it's been a year ago. I stayed at the Tropicana about 2 weeks before they tore it down. All right, let's get a read on this. We're going to start with this Ace of Pentacles in its upright and just get everything squared away here. I'm going to turn away from the comments here. Be respectful. No spamming, no vulgarity, please. I don't want to have to kick you out of the chat. Let's see. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Focus. Perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, and just pure gold. This is you, or some of you are in this energy where you are like, you reach that place where you're minding your own business. You have some peace and quiet. You've got flow. You don't have any disruptions right now. And certainly no disruptions from outward. There's nothing stopping you but air. You're in a good place. And there's all this business going on around you. I don't see any of it touching you. I see the High Priestess is directly above you, intersecting with this timeline over here, this narrative. It's like chapters in a book. If you've heard me read before, you'll know that this is like flipping through a buddy film book where we got to go chapter. We pick up a couple of people. We go to a different chapter. It's in a different part of the world. Let me jump back to chapter 1's people pick up. Meanwhile, in our crew, we left in chapter 1. And it'll go back and forth like this. So, what is... You're representing as the high priestess to one crowd. You've got this other activity going on beside you. Somebody else is behaving in this near you or with intention toward you. You got your attention off this way. It's resulting in someone way off to the side here, unrelated to all this other regular business. You've got this kind of other personal, one-on-one, unrelated acquaintanceship. So let's feel this out. This first run that you're connected with the high priestess, I get that this is your professional or your public face, your job face. This is more like your personal relationship, someone that's concerned with your personal life, and this is you outgoing personally. But this public face here, the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Eight of Wands. Arrows of jealousy, internal disputes, stingings of conscience, quarrels, and domestic disputes for persons who are married. So there's some overlap. This issue that you're dealing with professionally is starting to have some overlap at home. Ten of Cups inversed. Repose of the false heart, indignation, violence, coming right in with this jealousy, and then the Queen of Pentacles, which, I don't know, inversed queens are really nasty. Evil, suspicious, suspense, fear, and mistrust. So there's somebody that you're working with professionally. Your professional face. This female energy that you are taking to your job or taking to a public office. Like you are in a slightly public role. That is what you're dealing with, is the main monkey wrench in the works here is someone is trying to push for a power play. I don't get that this is your personal relationship here. I think it's the stress that's coming from you really having to apply to managing this, because the Emperor is on his head. The Emperor is just on his head right off, like straight away. First thing he wants you to know. He wants you to know right away. And then, if this is male and female, flip the roles, apply your social dynamic. Virtues of the absolute being, but this is fantasy. He sees himself as this way. This is a very public facing. This is causing some stress for your spouse, even though they don't hold public office. They're starting to get some blowback. Maybe it's affecting their professional standing. Six of Pentacles. There's desire, cupidity, envy, jealousy, and illusion on this end too. They're dealing with it. I don't think that they are jealous and envious, but they're having this load oppress them. It's coming down in the middle, balanced with the Seven of Pentacles. There's no problem about overextending the grace with this person having to deal with this with you, but it is to be known and made clear that they are most certainly having to deal with this publicly on their own professional behalf. Let's see. May you see the cards. Well, there's a lot down. The Ace of Pentacles is you right here. I don't know how much of it you can see. You'll see more cards during the rest of the reading here. It's typically my habit to show them as I'm reading, but this was a lot that laid out, and I'm terribly overwarm at the moment. So, the star here, but the star is inverse. There's this suppressed. There's a suppression here. And here's your star card right here. You've got what is that coming through? There's a truth being revealed here. She's in reality the great mother in the Kabbalistic Sefer Binah, which was supernal understanding, who communicates to the Sephiroth that are below in the measure that they can receive her influx. So this is, this is about fertility and communication and the gifts of that comprehension. Something's not coming across here. It's just not happening. There's a failure. What we have here is a failure to communicate. And so, no, there's not going to be any fruit from that because there's communications are jammed right now. Trickery, artifice, subtleties. This is being done on purpose. This is being done on, this is not an accident. And I got heavy, heavy vibes from, and there's something coming through in audio. There's something coming through from this Queen of Pentacles. That's who is driving this. This isn't an accident. This isn't like Mercury retrograde. It's not heavy negative, whatever, just like suppressed distress or depression. This is someone coming through. There's 3 cards hard and the negativity right on your head. Let's see. And then, the 3 of Pentacles. And upright, it's kind of the mastery, telling a group of onlookers, you look back off, I need to get to work. But when it's down like this, there's some mediocrity that's coming out of this. They are hijacking your project. They are sabotaging. You're being professionally sabotaged right now. Sabotage. Corporate sabotage is what it's giving. Watch your back. Watch your back at work. Document everything. All right. Let's get one more read out of this main tarot here. Gosh, I'm so glad you folks are here. Oh, you want to learn how to read? Well, get yourself just like basic Rider-Waite. That's just like the guy that wrote the book, literally. And just a basic set of cards. Or you know what they're coming out with now, and they're slightly different interpretations than the Rider-Waite. But they're coming out. You can buy a learner's deck for just the same as everything else. And it just has notations on there from several different interpretations. There's the number codes. I think there's, some of these, there's zodiac involved. But there's, yeah, just go on Amazon and get them and, throw them out and start to rely on your intuition. Start to, we got the Page of Swords, 5 of Swords flew out here. There's some hijinks going on, maybe. What? 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Degradation, destruction, revocation, infamy, dishonor, loss. With the variants and analogs of these, be forewarned. If you are not practiced at all, a fresh coming into the occult, little disruptions and coinkydinks that you're accustomed to. Look, when you step out into the spiritual realm and you look, if you can see them, they can see you. That's the rule. That's just like the general way that it goes. If you step out into the spiritual realm and you start practicing, or you start conjuring, or you start doing any kind of witchcraft or spell work or sympathetic magic, once you step out into the open, all of those spirits can see you. So I highly advise, before you begin to practice, your first practice should be in how to ward and guard your home or your spiritual space. Keep your spiritual space small. Keep your guards and your wards small so you can manage them, you can see them, you understand how they're working. And it's things like salting your windows, or developing a prayer to call protections, stepping back to clear your head, meditations. Meditation is a very, very pointed way. Yeah, if you're not an earth angel, okay, we're dealing with someone that is accustomed maybe to sympathetic magic more. Yeah, you're being advised to do what you can to remain hidden if you're stepping out into a new practice. Because, yeah, once you... And all those things like little coincidences, little gremlins, little things here and there. If you don't ward your space and your energy when you go out there, you'll be like a freaking laser light show for all of the nasty, intentional, like all the narcissists, all of the just like freaking grifters, nasty energy all around you. Everyone will start to reveal their negativity to you when you step out with your light. So they're going to come flocking to, they're going to get down in your DMs, and not in a way that you want them to. They're going to come right to you like moths to the flame. So yeah, the first step in any kind of occult practice is learning about your wards. Learning about, put your knee pads on before you put your rollerblades on. Learn about your safety equipment first. Let's bring down this energy. Let's just bring it down, bring it down. Got a sense of anxiety there. Yeah, there's a repetition here for meditation. It's about calming your biological functions, including the oscillation of your mind, which is what thoughts are. It's just the oscillation of your mind. Literal chemicals and the juice up there sloshing around. Jangling those electrons back and forth around in there. Making thoughts. What do we have here? Opening, requesting any kind of message coming through the cards. Any kind of thing. We've got some cooperation here. We're asking for cooperation from the corporeal. Who's here? Anybody have a suggestion? Oh, let's see. This is about a seer. Someone here is reflecting back to me. I see you. You see me seeing you. You see me seeing you. What do you got? Harmony, peace, content, transparency. Yes. Yes, we are here in this space now together. Hi. Hi. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I'll settle down in the framework of my bones, my muscles. Slowing my biological functions down. Breathing deeply, coming to rest, feeling my body's nervous system just kind of sublime, subsiding. What do we have here? There's no fourth coming, but there's Taurus right behind it. Some of you were expecting a Taurus. Some of you maybe are expecting something to come down after April 20th. Did you guys know that April 20th is 420? None forthcoming. There's someone's being advised to hold their tongue. There's a secret star seed here in hiding. This is the seer. There's a star seed that is in harmony with you right now, in corporeal form. I advised a few days ago that this would be coming. Let's see. He's giving you plenty of room, apparently. Your hubby's a Taurus. Someone's giving you lots of room. And they're not hiding. They're just in plain sight. They're just there in your presence, in your space, without being intrusive. Just like being nearby without hovering. Aww. It's just pure agape love. They really just want you to be happy, whoever this is for. This is admiration without worship. This is almost worship. It's not quite godlike worship, but they've just landed right on top of those. Someone really thinks you're just the bee's knees. Is it this Taurus? Is this your hubby? Aww. Aww. It just comes out. You know, I mean, I don't mean to short anybody for reads. Right now, mostly the idea of getting the channel monetized, which comes down to the number of hours that you allow me to share your time with you. I just mostly want to be fair. I don't want to miss anybody, and there's got to be some kind of, you know, I can't read everybody's cards for them. I wish I could. And sometimes it just, and what, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. Something about you just really. Hello, Twilight Dragon. I love that handle. Are these free? Well, this is a general reading, and what resonates with you, wonderful, and what doesn't, just leave it for somebody else. There's something manifesting here. It just so happened that what I was reading was really resonating with that reader there. He tells you the total opposite, though. Oh, boy. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll look for you. I go back whenever I get new members, new subscribers every couple of days. I go back and just kind of check out who's joined and check out you guys' pages too. This is such a social outlet for me. I'm so grateful. Let's see. Someone's feeling a little bit needy. Having to transmute. Someone here is being cornered into don't need a reason to be happy is what you were holding down. I don't need a reason to be happy. Someone cornered you into like almost a parentified romantic relationship. Yeah, what was that? I'm everything I need but it's I'm not everything I need, or you're not everything they need. I'm not. This is typically, I am everything I need, which is a very bold, independent statement. And you generally involving cord cutting. But you're not in this situation, you want more, you need more than just being on your own here. You're having to transmute something. It's uncomfortable. But you're manifesting something here. And you don't need a reason. You don't need a partner. You know, sometimes that's the hardest partner to convince that you're for real. I've dated dudes that had their family involved, their adult children involved, and having their adult daughter come to them like, why are you being a dick? She's not with you because she has to be. Like, I was the first person that this one had been with that wasn't just like a compromising situation and having to move in for a financial burden or some needful thing where they had to be with a partner. I was the first person he'd been with that just wanted to be with him. I didn't need to be with him. That should be more flattering. I'm not compromised. So that kind of, that's what that energy is giving. Yeah, it's different. It really gives different. The balance of power, when there's not a power exchange happening in a relationship, what you get to be, because you get to be yourself. Like, the reason I know that I wasn't with the right person was because the fucking minute that they were out the door with their bags and I shut the door behind them, I instantly went back to who I was when I was single. Instantly turned back into who I am when I'm single. I'm not really getting anything out of that except for just this gratitude, this kind of this person that really, gosh, they really are just holding you in high regard. It's not even like admiration. It's just they're infatuated. They're like, they know you, but they still get infatuated with you on the regular. Like, you never cease to, you're always just blowing their fucking mind. Yeah, just always kind of blowing their mind. Yeah. I get somebody standing out in the lobby. Look, if you want to join the chat and chit chat and hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notify button so you know whenever the next show is coming up. There's a dark Virgo involved that thinks they're going to come in and save the day for a Cancer. Or they're disguising their behavior as if they were a Cancer. They're coming in real gentle. They're coming in playing vulnerable. They're trying to literally mirror you as a Cancer. You may be a Cancer. I don't think you are, though, but they think that taking on this energy with you is going to mirror you and make there's something about a Cancer's behavior that's their vocabulary whenever they want, okay, this person's being resistive. Okay, so who do I know that's resistive? What do they do? It's that kind of thing. Dark Virgos tend toward a little bit of covert narcissism. Whereas like Libras, when they go dark, they're vanity narcissism. There's a Leo involved here. Stepping in between the cavalry. Oh, I'm hearing something. I'm getting something here. This Leo is a flying monkey. That's why they're on this Dark Virgos cavalry list. Because this was all the Dark Virgos. Ooh! Did you see that? I didn't even know there was another card under there. And sure as shit, look who it is. Ilbis, the god of smoke. Shit, this is the guy that sends all of the illusions and the crossroads demons. Your Leo is totally an apparition. Oh my God. Whatever they're giving off, like they're telling you about a Leo. And it is total bullshit. They're referencing a Leo to vouch for them. And what you're going to find, I bet you, if you ever called out for this Leo, like, okay, yeah, give me his number. I'd like to talk to him. This guy doesn't exist. This guy doesn't exist. It's triangulation with an invisible flying monkey. Get that shit. Boy, they don't even have to bring another person in. It's ghost triangulation. Don't get it twisted with like getting ghosted. That's why I didn't want to say that. It's it's almost amnesiatic. Hi, Sammy. Hi. Right? They don't even have to bring another person in. They can be in the room with you and plant this suggestion, daring you to verify it. And you won't, because the setup is to even bring that back to that third person would be so awkward or so uncomfortable, like the story is related to a personal family tragedy. You would have to be asked to bring that back up. So there's no need to actually have it. They can just throw that up to keep you away from a third party. Overbearing and intrusive comes right off. Big fail. Big fail. Yeah, you can't do it. I hope that this reached the person that it was intended to reach, so that this comes to you in time. So that this comes to you at its effective moment. Return to sender just got blasted back in its invert. I don't think I caught it in time. For some of you, for most of you that this applies to, this is going to be an after the fact discovery. You're going to be like, that's what that was. Yeah. I'm afraid it's too late for this play. But it doesn't have to be a dark Virgo. It could just be that energy, that person, a narcissist that comes in. And, you know, I hate to dust on Virgos. High vibe Virgos are fantastic, but low vibe Virgos could be downright fucking dangerous. So we've got, there's an attempted total obliteration. That's where they tend to whenever they go bad. They go to unaliving. And the scheming of it, like how close can I get to doing it and get away with it? They'll toy with the idea. Shantae, I wish, this is a general reading. I hope that some of this applies for you right now before the channel is monetized, which really takes just the number of hours that you folks help me share my time with you. And then YouTube will hit me up the stats for, basically it really comes down to how many subscribers, likes and shares, and then the number of hours that you watch and have me share with you. So just leave me playing in the background and let me spend the afternoon with you while you're doing chores. Let's see. Listen to me while you're having your workout. Oh, that just fell out. Angels, heavenly angels are coming in. Oh, there's somebody just went down. Heavenly angels, I'm sorry. It's just like somebody just perished. Somebody just perished. So right now, Sami, I'm afraid the only way to do this is a 15-minute pre-recorded personal read from a $20 donation to my Venmo account, which is Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. And remember, you'll only ever see me on YouTube. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on the Insta. I'm not on the fan something. I don't know what. This is the other place that you should be seeing my face. So what we've got here is there is a loss. Oh, some of you are experiencing a loss. That's what it was. Somebody reached the end because the Rainbow Bridge is here and the Heavenly Angels. So someone here just recently lost a loved one. I'm sorry for your loss. You have experienced incredible loss. Many of you have experienced incredible loss. Love for you in this world is not lost. It's an energy that swirls all around you and is reborn as new love. So keep the faith and, sit with your grief and all of the big feels that come. You can't stop them. You can't hold them back. Just let it wash over you and know that every time that you come into a period of grief or a moment of grief and you can't hold the tears back, this is your love for that person pouring out of you for this special occasion, honoring their passing. In these little moments, you are celebrating and honoring their life. Let your tears flow. Take the moment. Don't rush your grief. Well, there's one other way you can get another personal read if you're the first person to send a question. Commenter, first commenter free read giveaway. You folks are commenting and you're not including your questions. So if you see that you're the first commenter, include your question there so I don't have to come chasing you down and say, hey, what do you want? What can I do for you? Because you'll win if you're the first person to comment on any of my videos or shorts. You'll have to go back through and look and see if there's any of them that are still unanswered. You'll win at the first commenter free read giveaway. It's a personal, pre-recorded 15-minute free read. And I will send a YouTube link replied to your comments. So hit that notification bell so you'll see when I reply. And that's how you can win a 15-minute free read. You can ask for your friend, for yourself. General question. Ilbis is out there, but on the head. So somebody's illusions just dropped away. Somebody, maybe you were out there and thought that this was too good to be true. And when I just said that about how you could still get a reading, you can still, I'll always have that first commenter free read giveaway. I don't think that's ever going to go away. Yeah, somebody's illusions just dropped away. You know what to do now? Somebody's willpower just got unlocked. Oh, there's your return to sender. Yeah, Ilbis just got returned to sender. Some of you just processed the last portion of the read here. And that revelation and all of that mindset and the big aha moment, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist. When you're like, you're in crazy land going, but you didn't even do it. And then you were actually crying. And then you go, oh, you never cared about me the entire time. Everything you said was a lie. You just had that aha moment. So that was the return to sender. Because we had a return to sender that was on his head. You've been trying to get rid of this person for a while, I'm guessing. That's typically how that goes. Did you know that the average hiding in plain sight, somebody here from the bad guys is watching us talk about them right now, and there was a bark outside. They don't like that you step back and clear your head. They don't like that works. Did you know that the average number of times it takes a woman to leave her abuser in a domestic violence situation, from it being no times they don't leave, they perish in that spot, to the entire other end of the average spectrum of whatever that statistic is, 11 times for her to leave her abuser. 11 times. Step back and clear your head. And if you're strong, you can hide in plain sight because they can't touch you with fear. That's what they feed on. That's the weakness they're looking for, that chink in the armor, because they know they don't even have to lay a hand on you. And all it would take is just a little shove, and you would just be buckling on your knees. 30 days. You got 30 days. 30 days. We got a behavioral issue here. Some of you are going to be going to a behavioral court situation. Time to step out. Some of you are being advised to step out of this abusive relationship. Next 30 days, we're talking about January. Your next window is your Virgo again. They're going to come back to you acting straight, right? The first little whisper of you actually, and then here's our Cancer, and here's our Leo right up on top again. Remember who you're messing with. Remember, this Leo was upright like this, but we exposed Ilbis, so we know that this is a false, bad, low-vibrating Leo, right? This Virgo was like this before when we were telling their lies to them, and now they're going to act all high-mighty, high vibe, and it's all a play because we got Cancer here. They're still sending you this low vibe. They're still sending you this duplicitous mirror action right here. So yeah, there's time to take some action there for some of you. Stay safe out there, always. Stay safe, especially if you're in a particularly dangerous situation. Reach out for help. Do it discreetly. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Don't tell your abuser what your plans are. Don't get nervous and try to win their approval by telling them and proving to them that you can make plans and be a grown-up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look for closure from the people that are creating your chaos. Thanks for joining, everyone. You look amazing. You smell fantastic from here. I'm so glad you could join me. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Let's keep on going with these cards here, see what else we can find out. All right. Hey, if you're, let me know. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I just looked up in time to see them. Oh, I know they're little digital hearts, but they're awfully cute. Hello, James. Hello, James. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. We got this Taurus back out here up front again. Okay. Wow. What the hell? Pure agape love. Someone is feeling a little. Transmuting some conflict here. Pure agape love is down here, but it's right next to I excel at most everything I do on its head. Someone's feeling a little bit insecure. You're trying to transmute some misdirection, but it looks like there's some legal obstruction coming. So I think I'm reading the other, someone else here that's got a Taurus partner from the other side. This is the same Taurus, or the same Taurus energy. I get that this is the same Taurus. There's somebody else here that is involved with your same Taurus that's watching. There's a crossover here. Your Taurus gets around. And on this end of it, some of you are dealing with this Taurus, or you are this Taurus. No. But it's that same pure agape energy. And you are just a little bit insecure, transmuting that with misdirection, and trying not. Where's this legal obstruction coming in? You got some things you're trying to work out. What's this? You're misdirect. There's some transmuting of energy as in the form of misdirection away from this legal obstruction. Somebody doesn't want you to know, Taurus, or doesn't want your Taurus to know that they've got some legal troubles on the side. They're trying to keep things status quo until they get that cleared up, hoping that they don't, they don't want this Taurus to feel bad, to think that they're low vibe. They're afraid their Taurus is going to think low of them. Or you might think that, you might be afraid that your Taurus is going to think low of you. Oh, come on now. Hey, it's not paranoia if they're following you. And you don't know. Everybody's watching everybody now, man. And the human stress receptors, people can tell when they're being watched. There's been studies, I know I Googled this shit. You put people in a room, or put a person in a room with a camera, and even if they don't know that camera is there, they will become hypervigilant about feeling like they're being watched. The human body can sense when it's being under surveillance. That's why it's such a negative thing. It's stressful. It's stressful. Trust your intuition, James. They're spying, they're stalking, they want your inheritance. Hey, yeah, well. Okay, I've had the mate that put me through it that way. You know, it all sounds like something off of the oxygen channel until it happens to you. People are fucking ugly inside. And they're really good at hiding it. And the older you get, the better they have become at it. These are not high school boys, high school girls trying to pull one over on you. These are dangerous people. Be careful who you trust and bring into your house and sleep next to every night. Have fixing your food for you and monitoring your meds for you. It requires you being more of an active participant in your own fucking life. A, B, C, D area, and one learning the rudiments relating to the alphabet or rudimentary. Don't be basic, rudimentary, kind of hands off in your own freaking life. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I have no idea what you mean about the scientific tempo during readings, but thank you. Thank you. I've been watching Neil deGrasse this afternoon on the TV, on the YouTube. That just, I have no idea what you mean by that, but I'll take it just because I'm enough of a nerd. Let's see. It's the whole family, the ex, all the friends. There's so many people. There are. Look, my life never got so simple and easy to manage as whenever I kicked everybody out. You don't know where that shit's coming from. For me, it was one of my children, one of my adult children, and an ex-husband, and me being very sick, spending most of 2019 in bed throwing up. And my ex-husband was after my disability. My ex-husband was after my Social Security. And he was tampering with my food and drugging me and putting me to bed at 9 o'clock and hitting the town for months. But they can't do it without giving it away, because especially if they're real good at it, what gives them away is that you never know that they're doing it, and they don't ever get to have their villainous pleasure of watching you turmoil or watching you be scared of them. They want you to be scared of them somehow. What do we got here? Bacillary, shaped like a rod. Shaped like a rod or a needle. A beam off to the side of a ship or a plane, especially at a right angle to the middle of the ship's or plane's length. Something's really sticking out to you. Shaped like a rod. Something's really sticking out to you like a sore thumb now. We're reading from the vocabularium. I am enjoying my recently purchased used edition of the 11th edition Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. It's such a beautiful thing with these gorgeous, holy, lovely vellum pages, as reverent as the good book itself. So I go through this regularly as a hobby. And from start to finish, we're into the early B's right now, picking out words that I have used most likely inappropriately or don't know the exact use and meaning of. And it has constituted the vocabularium. The vocabularium! What do we have here? Absolute magnitude. Magnanimous. Let's see. Measure of intrinsic luminosity of a celestial body as apparent magnitude if viewed from 10 parsecs. Pretty fucking bright. Pretty fucking, how bright is it from bright? Like how bright? This motherfucker's bright. How bright? All right. And I may get this backwards. Everybody knows parsecs is a unit of time, not distance. Abdias or Obadiah, a Hebrew prophet or prophet, the prophet book of canonical Jewish and Christian scripture. And so it was foretold. Abelian, as in Niels Abel, the mathematician, or communications, communicative. So there's a prophet trying to reach out to you with a message, or there is a prophet here a magnanimous, an absolute magnanimous, absolute magnitude celestial star body. A heavenly body, some kind of heavenly body that is so bright it has to be measured from 10 parsecs away. The prophet and the communication in the form of long math. This is screaming off-planet, intergalactic, alien contact, astral projection from your spirit team. I heard that. You know how I heard you saying what you said? You said it right there. I heard you. You know why? Because this is the card that came up. I'll read it to you. It says, baffle gab. The definition, gobbledygook. You don't believe me. Yep. Abulia is the abnormal lack of ability to act or make decisions. I don't have any problem doing that. I wonder who we're talking about here. Just saying. Just saying. Agog, full of intense interest or excitement and just eager. I caught somebody out here. Caught you out. Caught you out. I don't need you to approve me. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this because I have to get it out of me. I have to. I have to. Like I have to eat. I have to expel this from me. It sits in my gut all day. I don't have a choice. I don't care if you believe me. This is my experience. And here we got the prophet back here again. Abadiah's right there, right there. And ABCDarian. This is basic stuff. This is basic stuff. If you want to understand more about, I don't know, your relationship with the spirit world, a good place to start. I tell you, I'm not a huge fan of organized religion because it's so freaking closely tied to trying to control the spiritual experience through the patriarchy. They're trying to exploit people's individual experience and label it and market it, mass market it, and it's worked beautifully. Boy, they got the formula. But the Catholic freaking Church has the biggest canonical reference to all the pagan gods. Because they're the one that came in and tried to make the one true God. So they had to scoop all of these other religions in and homogenize all of them into one record label. And so they were ripping riffs from everybody that they could pull a label from. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll look for you in the subscriptions list. I'm so glad you were here. But you go, like the Catholics have gone and collected all of the information that they could find because they had to be able to integrate it into that one unifying God church. Then there is a reference book of, what is it? Angels and Demons. Catholic Church Introduction to Angels and Demons. It's like a parochial textbook. But man, it's dense. It's informative. It gets you, it's a scholastic approach. If you can put some of the caveats on hold until you collect the rest of, because there are a couple places where they ask you to take on some assumptions. Yeah, if you need an intellectual approach to theology and you just can't get your fat little hands on where to start. That's the beautiful thing about the red tape of the Catholic Church. They've put it all down on record for you. Don't get sucked into the Kool-Aid. It's a blood cult. Christianity is a fucking blood cult. The irony of everything that they purport that gives them power. It's vampirism. It's a fucking blood cult. It's a fucking blood cult. They worship and drink the blood. Go to any church service, especially if it's a freaking like generalized. And I went to one for Thanksgiving morning, like a sunrise thing. And I walked in and it's like the second or third song. And for like 7 minutes, all they did was sing the blood, the blood, the blood, the blood. And if you just walking up on that shit, that's creepy as fuck. Let me tell you. It's like having my ex-husband, a different one, tell me I'm not gay, but when I was 12, me and my cousins used to shoot the water hose up our butt and squirt it at each other. That's the gayest shit I've ever heard. That's where we're at. Use your common sense, man. Addicts, large, light-colored Saharan antelope with long, spiraling horns. Who is that? Saharan desert. It's a desert antelope. We traveling again? What do we got here? Accipiter, away. Any of the genus of forest hawks, short, broad wings, long tail, distinct flight patterns of several quick flaps and a glide. We've really gotten off here, off course. I think that closed it. Yeah, because we're getting into like animals and plants, flora, fauna, wildlife. Getting back to nature here. Thank you for the hearts. I know. But if you're just walking up on it, it's just like out of context. It's something to think about. It's a lot of absent-minded references, chanting, absent-minded chanting of blood worship. That's how far away from that concept of doing it in remembrance. At no point were they singing about remembrance. They get lost in this. There's just, you leave people to their own devices. Let's see. Abseil, originating from the French down or off and rope. This is to repel. I'm trying to find my way out of this conversation. Got to bring it back down. Let's switch up into our cards here and get some internal wisdom. Let's get some internal intuitive wisdom here. Okay. Yeah, well, my head got tight. I have a lot of freaking like church trauma. All of that stuff was just, this isn't the deck. We're going to do intuitive oracle. Woo! So here we're coming into the healing phase of our read here. Divine wisdom and sacred vision is on fleek. Absolutely on fleek. Look at her lashes. On fleek. The book of knowledge is opening to you. And you are ready to receive it. The sacred wisdom wouldn't come to you if you didn't have the bandwidth for it. Okay. The light of awareness is dim or has been dim or is being dimmed. Do you ever lay in bed and watch your phone, watch the YouTube, and you got to turn the backlight all the way down in order to relax your eyes and see the message? Hi, Max. Looks like we're coming up on a puppy potty break here. Ancient knowledge and trusting your path is down, down, down. So I am being advised to not ignore this. I want to thank everyone for coming. It's been a wonderful hour spent with you. I am Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget, hit that notification bell so you can see when the next show is coming. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.